All right, so Juanita used the steps shown below to correctly solve an equation. The step is missing. Which step shows the equation that is most likely a missing step and the property that justifies that step? Drew, what step do you feel goes in there? Drew, you there, buddy? Drew? All right, let's move on to Delaney.
What was the question?
Delaney, do you think you could tell me what step goes in the missing column here? Like what step goes right there in the middle? So what would you do, Delaney, if you look at this first step here? What would you do?
Distribute.
Distribute. So if we distribute, we would get negative 3c, and then negative 3 times negative 6 is 18, plus 4c equals 10c plus 45. So what I do is this. I do what I feel is like the next step. So I actually do the problem. And then I look at my answers. So now that I look at my answers, Delaney said a couple of great things. She said distribute. And I would agree with her. So that means the answer is not A or B because they say associative property. So just because she said the word distribute means C or D. Now, all right, let's look at the two steps. Which one, Delaney, is it? Is it C or D?
D.
D, because that's the one that matches up with what I did. Nicely done, Delaney. And now we're going to move to Mackenzie. I'll read this and you think about it, okay? One of the steps Lewis used to correctly solve an equation is shown below. Which statement describes the procedure Lewis used in the steps solving the equation and identify the property that justifies the procedure? So Mackenzie, what do you got? What did Lewis do?
He multiplied.
Yeah, what is that called? What's that property called?
Distribute.
Distributed. I would agree with you. So if we look at our answers, A says associative, right?
Yeah.
And B says distributive, C says associative, and D says distributive. Just because you knew it was distributive, you got it down to a 50-50 shot. Now you said multiply first, right? Now if we look at B, B says added 3. And you were right by saying it's multiplying. So Lewis multiplied x and 7 by 3 to eliminate the parentheses. This procedure is justified by the distributive property. And that's exactly what I did. Nicely done. All right, so let's switch over to this page. Now, this is just, again, a recap of the vocabulary. So variables are letters used to represent one or more numbers. Constants are numbers without variables, okay? An algebraic expression is pretty much an equation that doesn't have an equal sign, okay? So we have variables and constants in an algebraic expression, but we don't have an equal sign in that, okay? So the parts that make up those expressions are called terms, all right? And they sometimes can be combined, and that's called combining like terms, okay? So let's look at the bottom, and it says combine like terms. Now in A, I'm going to start you guys out. In A, and I like to use colors, okay? So the 9 and the -6. See if I can get this. The 9 and the -6 are like terms. So when I combine them, I get 9x minus 6x, and I get 3x. The 15 doesn't have anything to combine with, so I can just bring that down, and my answer is 3x plus 15. Which other one would you like me to do? Emma. B, C, D, E, or F?
C.
C. So in C, I'm going to do the same thing, okay? So the 9z and the -4z can be combined to give me 5z. Because 9 minus 4 is 5. Now I have these constants. They can combine to give me -3, because -5 plus 2 is -3. That's it. Sophia Phillips, which one would you like me to do?
I'm fine with either one, anyone that you do.
You get to pick. I like to give you guys choice.
I guess. I guess F.
F sounds great. Now, F, there's a little bit of work here before I can start combining like terms. First thing I have to do is distribute this 2. So when I do that, I get 10x minus 6 minus 3x. Now that I've done that, I can combine my x's. Notice I take the sign in front of it as well. They combine to give me 7x, because 10 minus 3 is 7. And the 6, well, he doesn't have anything to partner with, so he just comes down and it's -6. Now you guys have 3 problems left, B, D, and E. Go ahead and try and do those. If you get stuck, you can wait. I will go through it in a minute. All right, Nate, you want to help a brother out?
Sure.
Can you help me with B? What did you get?
I didn't do B, but I had D.
All right, can you help me out with D then? What was your first step?
I distributed the 4.
Perfect.
D and 3.
And what did you get when you distribute the 4?
8D minus 12.
And then what did you get after that?
I added the 5 to the 12.
And you got?
8D minus 17.
Okay, now be careful with this, Nate. Okay? 5 minus 12 is what?
Oh,
No, it's okay. I make that mistake sometimes too. It's tricky. So when you're doing problems like this, make sure you take the sign in front of it. So it's a positive 5 and a negative 12. And when we combine those, we're going to get negative 7. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. AJ, you there, buddy?
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you, buddy. You're a little late, so you got to make it up to me, okay? B,
Okay.
C. Which one do you want to do?
I'll do B.
Okay, what did you get?
I got negative 12x plus 12.
So did I. These two guys are like terms. So negative 2x minus 10x is negative 12x. That guy has nothing to combine with, so you just bring him down. So negative 12x plus 12. Perfect. Last but not least, Jordan. How are you, Jordan?
I
All right, Jordan. Can you tell me your answer for E?
got negative 2y minus 8 and plus 3. So that
Okay,
is
so hold on.
negative
So you got
2y and 3. You just got y.
So Jordan got that, and then I heard a Y at the end because she combined those, and those give me Y because negative 2 plus 3 is Y. And Jordan, did you say plus 8?
Yeah.
There we go. Nicely done. You guys did a great job on that. So that's combining like terms. So like terms are two things that look exactly the same, meaning they have to have the same exponent, the same variable, and all of that.